What's going on, y'all? So we just got the 1200 over here, and so we're gonna be doing some work to it. We got this push bar on. I just welded that up. It looks all right. Yeah, that turned out good, so that's gonna help. This is gonna be turned to a puller. We're probably gonna put a diesel in at some point once this engine gives out. Hopefully it doesn't give out too soon. But what needs done? Got a push bar on there. I'm probably gonna do a stack like the 72 mid-mount weight bracket. I'm not sure. We're probably gonna have to build that. I'm not sure if they make them for wide frames because there's really nowhere to put it. And then we're gonna put a straight front axle on it to lower the front a little bit, because I've never really done that look with a puller. I only have the 72, which I wanted to keep nice and level all the way through, but this one I want to have a little bit of nosedive to it. So we're just gonna I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you guys this front axle. Before I show you guys the front axle, the 72, it's really, I haven't really bought too many aftermarket parts. The only thing I bought is wheelie bar, seat pan, the bar mount or the weight mount, and the stack. But everything else, I've made it look how it is. Really like that front piece being like that. I think we're gonna put an actual emblem on that front piece, kind of like this one does, like a physical badge or whatever you want to call it. I need to bring the side panels over here, and I have the grill sitting over there somewhere behind the go-kart. But yeah, so this is the front axle. This just came off the trailer over there, and if you take a look at it, I'm gonna put the Cub Cadet spindles on there and they'll fit. If you take a good look at that, it really looks like the Midwest Super Cub straight axles. The only difference I'm seeing, theirs just new, but theirs has like a little piece that comes from here to here. It's like curved. It's like a triangle mount here and over here. So I might put them on there. I gotta figure out how they look welded. I'm gonna have to weld it on, of course, but I'll probably just tack it and keep it on a jack and see how it looks. But I mean, hey, it looks pretty similar if you guys have ever used or seen the straight axles. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take the front axle off of this one and put the spindles on there. I'm pretty sure they should fit. If not, then we can do some fabrication. Yeah, so let's get to that. I still gotta grab the jack and put a block under that trailer, so let me get to that. Alright, y'all, as you just saw, we got all that off. So this is what we were after. This would be your tie rod, because it ties the two spindles together. And then these right here are the bolts that go through the axle. And then your wheel spindles right here. So with this, I'm gonna try to find like a little bearing almost I can set down in there. I probably have one in that mess, so I'll just get to looking, but I'm gonna try to find some bearings we can push into that hole so those bolts aren't rattling around. If I can do that, then I'll just slide a piece of tubing. It'd be about that size over. Be about that size. So I'm gonna get to doing that probably off camera, and then once I get them on, I'll start filming again on taking the front axle off and putting this one on. So I'm gonna get to that, see in a little bit. All right, guys, so this is what it's looking like. I mean, it's like perfect for what we're trying to do. The only issue that we're having is there's a gap right there, and then gaps like right there. So we're probably just gonna put a big old nut right there, and right there, like over them that are too big for those threads. And then we use those as like spacers and grease them and everything. And then, yeah, so we use those as spacers, I guess. Yep, but that's how it's looking. I think this will be a perfect candidate for this. Once I get that figured out, then I'll grind all that paint and everything off up there so that I can tack it on and see how it looks with some wheels on it. And if I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, then I'll take it off. So that's just how we're going here. So I think I'm just gonna get those and off camera, and then I will, I guess, show tacking it on. So I'm gonna get to putting them on. Hey guys, I just have it tacked on, but this is what it'll basically look like in the end. I still have to get the tie rod on, which I'm gonna have to lengthen down to go under, but that's how it turned out. It looks really good. You can see the die. Usually it would be about 2 to 3 inches higher in the front. But you can see that tire is like almost the same height as the top of the frame right there. Usually they're not. So I think I'm gonna keep it on. I still got to weld some. I just found these old ones right here that I put onto the tie rod, so I can weld a bolt onto them. And yeah, so that'll be helpful. But that's how it turned out. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, because probably gonna have a good bit of videos coming out soon. So yep, thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.